In this tutorial, I'm going to be working on this intro of the recent SunnyV2 video, and make sure to subscribe before you begin. It goes like this.
Haley Welch initially seemed to be a genius.
Alright, so we like to separate the lady from the background. So to do that, use the selection tool, then we'll select the image of the lady, right? So just have a perfect selection. Then when we're done, we'll go to layer via copy. Then I would like to load the selection by going here. So go to load selection and hit OK. Then we click on the background, then we go to delete and fill selection. When you're done, we'll do the background and import it to our After Effects, right? So I copied it into a new layer, into a new composition, sorry. Then I'll parent whip to the second, that's the background, and hit S to scale it down and drag it to fit the composition like this. So when I'm done right now, what we have to do is make it a 3D. So but I would like to create our camera. So go to new, then go to camera. Yeah, I'm going to hit OK. So when I hit OK, I'm going to hit OK again. Then I'll drag the camera to the top and make all the layers 3D by hitting the toggle switch, of course. I'll change this to a 2 view, and if remove one, it affects the other. So just remove the parent loop and hit it to none. Then we use the background, drag it to the back and or a little bit to the back like this, and hit S to scale. Then we'll scale it to increase the scale to increase the size. Then you can choose to manipulate the lady. So right now I'm going to drag the screenshot here. Then you can use S to scale it up like this. But I want you guys to watch carefully about something. There are ways you can do this, right? But this one way of doing it. So in this way, I made a composition or a pre-composition of the screenshot. Then I added the adjustment layer. The adjustment layer added a Gaussian blur. Then I made it 5. They made a mask around the genius like this. You get it? Then the screenshot, this is the screenshot layer. So if I hit mask, you can see that I did subtract. That's how I did the mask, right? So I'll go back to my project. Then I'll drag that pre-comp here. So this has to look like. Then I'll drag it down like this so that beneath the camera, make it a 3D layer. Then I'll go to the toggle switch and change, because I want to change the blending mode. So I'll go to the toggle switch, then change the blending mode to screen. So when I go to the screen, then I'll go to my effects and preset and type invert, so that it becomes transparent like this. So this is how it's going to look like. So now we have to make our stroke around the genius. So we change the color of the stroke to red, right? Then this is how I'm going to do my stroke. So I just have to make I might change it after this, is just a rough work, right? So I'll just type taper, then I'll just change the start length and the end length. Then when you're done with the taper, you add a trim part. So I'll go here, then click on the trim part, then we'll set the trim part of the end. So set the end to 0, then or make a keyframe here from 0, then move a couple frames and set it to 100. You can select the whole keyframe, then go to your flow, then hit apply, or you can choose to click or hit F9 if you want. It's up to you. So I'll toggle this off and toggle this off so that you can see everything. So this is how it's going to look. So now we have to animate the camera movement, right? Alright, so at this point I'm going to drag this and bring it to the camera. That is the screenshot. So I'll bring it behind the camera so that we can control the camera to really just watch what I'm doing. So first I'll just click here, then the transform, then make a keyframe for the point of interest and position. You'll move a couple frames, then I use this to then bring it back like this. You see? Yeah, so this is what I'm doing, or this is the whole concept of what I'm doing, right? So then when I'm done with everything, I can just use this tool to align the genius to be at the middle of the composition. So yeah, this is what I need. Yeah, I'll just select everything, then hit apply. So right now what we have to do is make some changes to the layer. This that's the lady because you don't the cutout to be there, right? So I'll bring the lady forward like this. Then I'll do the same thing for the background because I want the background to be scaled. So this is how I'm going to do the background, and this is how it might be. So when we play, this is how it's going to be like. You can choose to end here, you can choose to do more things if you want to be perfect. I don't know, it's up to you. So right now it's left with our stroke. So with our stroke, I don't want to make the stroke a 3D. You can choose to make it a 3D if you want. So I just made it a normal 2D, then hit S to scale it around the genius like this. You get it? Yeah, I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Yeah. So now I'll just close the circle like this. At this point, let me just change the circle. So this how when we play, this how the video is. So if now we want it to look like this, right? To this kind of circle. So I'm going to delete what I've done because it doesn't look close to the video. I know, right? So I'll just delete it and make a circle around it. So at this point, you guys should watch what I'm doing. So after making the circle, then I added a taper like the first one, then duplicated the circle like this, right? Then I'll just add a trim path. Oh yeah, I just add a taper to the second duplicate, right? Then when we are done with everything, all you have to add is I'm going to just do some parent with this to the first layer. Then I'm going to add a trim path to the first layer like this. Then make a keyframe from the end, so set the end to 0. Then but I see it's not affecting the second one. I don't know why, but there's a way to do it, but like let me just show you this way in case you guys have or get difficulty. So I set this to 0 like this, and I'll move forward like this, then let's make this 100. Hit F9 to easy ease. So I'll just go here, hit T for opacity. Then all I have to do is make a keyframe for this one. So then take the keyframe, go back, then set it to 0. So it starts together, right? So that's how I'm going to do it. So something like that. You can choose to do some changes or move some keyframes, it's up to you. So what I'm going to do now is move this keyframe to the or move it to the right. Yeah, so I'll just drag it to the right like this, and we are okay. Now what we have to do now is let's play from the beginning how it's going to be like. So this is how it will be. You just have to wait for it to render or whatever it's called, right? Yep. Yeah, so now I'll do at this point, or what you can choose to do is to move the lady, then do some changes in case you're not satisfied with what you had and all that. So yeah, so now we're going to make the lady move. Yeah, the hot talk girl. Yeah, we're going to let her move. So we're going to make a puppet to, or click the one with the puppet to then make the points here, there, there, oh, it depends on where you want to make the points, up to you guys. So I'm just messing around at this point, that's why. So I just move it to the left like this, then move this to the left like this, then you can choose, then move some frames forward. So we made the keyframe animation or the point. I'll go to the previous one, hit Ctrl C Ctrl V to paste, then do the same thing for here, Ctrl C Ctrl V to paste. Then we'll move to a couple frames, then go to the back, Ctrl C Ctrl V, then we do this Control C, Control V. So when you're done, this has going to be like, then you select all the keyframes that you have done, then hit F9 to easy ease, and you can choose to hold Alt, then stretch it out so that it doesn't happen very fast, so to give you that smooth movement. So when we play, it's you can see it low key, you'll be able to see it, don't worry. Yep. So now I'm going to open up the keyframe for the camera, then shift the keyframes to the right and stretch it out so that it becomes smooth. Yeah, now I think that's all I'm going to do, and there's nothing for me to do now. So at this point, you can just choose to play with the puppet and stretch it out if you're liking. It depends, so it's up to you. Yep, I'll be dropping other videos very soon. So you guys, we're almost at 200 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe and comment down what else you want me to break down. Yeah, so thank you guys for everything I've done for me. Why am I saying everything I've done? Thank you guys for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe and hit the like button and have fun. And make sure to don't just watch the tutorials, work, also do some, also try and do the same thing. All right, thank you.